So you want to start a silver collection, but you think you need all kinds of money? No, you don't. You don't know where to start? The answer is here. I got a good beginner's basic guide for collecting silver for you today, for all you newbies. And I want to show you the values of these coins, how much it will cost you to get started, and it's not as much as you think. We got some great views, good views here of the coins I'm going to show you. I got great prices here, and hopefully I can clarify some of the misconceptions that people have about collecting silver and starting a silver collection. And I'm going to give you the very, very basics to get started. You don't need a lot of money, and yet you can get high quality silver put away. As silver keeps up with inflation, it goes up. You maintain your buying power with silver. That is one of the reasons why you want to collect in precious metals. An example that was told to me years ago, and most of you veterans will know about this, but for you, all you newbies, it's worth repeating. 1964 quarter bought you a gallon of gas in 1964. Today, that same 1964 quarter can still buy you more than a gallon of gas today, depending on where you live in the country, because silver keeps up with inflation. You maintain your buying power, and that's why you want to collect silver. If you're saving it in paper money, try to convert a portion of it into precious metals so you don't lose your purchasing power. So let's get to this coin video right here, the silver video for beginners right here. And I hope you enjoyed this, all you newbies. I'll try to give you as much detail as possible. Hopefully I won't forget some things. But thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you give it a thumbs up on this video. So let me turn this around here. This is what I came up with right here to teach newbies about silver coins. How much silver is in the coins, what type of silver you can collect. You don't have to get all technical, but this is what I have put together today. So I'm going to go by each coin, and then we're going to give you some information for each type of coin. All the coins here is American-based coins. This is all what we use in the USA, and this is what our coinage used to look like, and some of it still does look like that because we have older pieces here as well. So we have 90% silver coins here, coins made out of 40%, and coins made out of 35%. So let's get to it, and we'll start at the very top left-hand corner right here and show you what we got. Here we have the 1964 Kennedy half dollar. It's 90% silver, and when you see that little BU there, that means brilliant uncirculated. And we have that for $12.50 in a store as the time of this viewing or taping. Of course, if you're looking at this a month from now or a week from now, it could be different, but I just want to show you the basic coins that you can buy at a local coin shop. So it's $12.50 for each coin that we sell. Now you see $11 in parentheses. That is the spot price, meaning that if you would take this coin right here and melt it down, you would have $11 worth of silver at the current market value for silver at the time of this taping. So it would be $11 worth of silver is inside this coin if you would melt it down. So when you see the price at a $12.50, that means it's $1.50 over spot. So they take that melted silver, they gotta pay somebody to make a mold for it, the designer, and to form it into a coin, and that's called the premium. And that's the price they charge for the artistic work of the coin to put the silver into a coin. So the spot price is the intrinsic value of the metal itself on how much precious metal is in the coin, and then the premium is the cost it takes to take that precious silver and form it into a portrait of the president, in this case of John F. Kennedy. So here, these are 90% silver right here. These 1964 Kennedy half dollars, you can get them almost in any coin store, and they're 90% silver. We sell ours for $12.50, and there's $11 worth of silver in each coin, 90% silver. Now you see BU, brilliant uncirculated. We have others that aren't brilliant uncirculated, because brilliant uncirculated basically means coins that have never passed through hands in a cash register or through a business transaction. So that's why they're in such beautiful condition. You can see right there. And if I try to zoom it in on you, I can zoom it in a little bit closer so you can see how pretty these coins are. Now right below that, we have 1964 Kennedy half dollars, the same year as these, but if you notice the difference in the brilliancy of the coin itself. This is a 64 Kennedy too. It's 90% silver. You see in parentheses, I have CIRC. That means circulated, which means they have been handled many times before. And we sell these for $12 each. And these on top are $12.50. So these are 50 cents less per coin because they don't have the brilliancy of the ones on top right here. In real estate, when you get a valuable piece of property, it's location, location, location. But in coin collecting, it's condition, condition, condition a lot of times. So because these on top are in better condition than these below, these are 50 cents less per coin. So these are only $12 each, while these are $12.50 each. But they both have approximately the same amount of silver in the coin. And you can see down here, these are all 1964s. So we have the 90% brilliant uncirculated Kennedy halves, and we have the 90% circulated Kennedy halves. So we have uncirculated and circulated. And that's the price difference, $12.50 to $12. Now we're going to come up to here. Now we have Kennedy halves that are 40% silver. So they have 60%, actually they have 50% less silver than the first two rows. Kennedy halves made from 1965 through 1970 are made up of 40% silver. Now the 71 was only available in special mint sets. You couldn't really get them from the bank. You had to order them, so they were made for collectors. But from 1965 to 1970, they lowered the silver content in the Kennedy halves to 40%. Now they look the same, but trust me, this doesn't have as much silver in it. And what's nice about these, you can get it at a lower price. We sell these for $4 each in the store, but if you melt these 40% half dollars down, you will end up with $4.49 worth of silver, which means at the $4 price, you are buying these under spot, which is a super good deal. Why would anybody want to buy something with less silver? Well, number one, it brings the price down lower, and number two, if you ever have to barter with it in the future or trade, you may only need a little bit of silver to do a barter transaction, so you don't want to waste a 90% silver half when a 40% half would get it done, because the silver content is less than these. It's 40% silver. Like I said, that's a really good price. It's $4 we only sell these for, but there's actually $4.49 at the time of this taping of silver in this coin. So this is a really, really good deal right here. As we come up, now we have some more 90% silver halves right here. These are circulated, which means they're worn down some. The spot price on these, or the intrinsic value of the metal itself, if it was melted down, you'd find $11 worth of silver in this coin, and we sell this coin for $12 each. These are what our half dollars used to look like. We have Franklin halves is the first one, and the second one is Walking Liberty half dollars, and Franklin half and Walking Liberty. These are just older American coinage. It's also made up of 90% silver. These came out before the Kennedy half dollars, and these two are also made up of 90% silver. So we just want to give you, show you the different images of our American coinage so you know the silver content when you see them. This is a 90% half dollar. This is a 40% half dollar of the Kennedy. This is the 90% Kennedy half dollar circulated, and this is the 90% Kennedy half dollars uncirculated. So this is why you're getting the different prices on these. It's the silver content and the condition of the coin. Now, at the bottom here, we have pre-1965 quarters. Anything before 1965 in a quarters range is made up of 90% silver. And if you melt it down, you will get $5.49 worth of silver at the current market price of silver. That's right. Each of these quarters have a $5.49 worth of silver inside this coin. We currently sell this coin for $5.75. So you're only paying 26 cents over spot. Remember, that's known as the premium, that extra 26 cents. So this is a very good deal on these quarters right here. These are 90% silver. If you have any 1964 quarters at home or earlier, save them because they're made up of 90% silver. And if you go on the auction sites, these quarters, a lot of them will sell between $6 and $8 on the internet. So we have them for $5.75. Once again, it's just a smaller denomination of silver. This is common coinage that you've probably seen many times before, but didn't know they were made of silver. And like I said, from 1964 and back, our coinage was 90% silver. That's true for the dimes, that's true for the quarters, that's true for the half dollars. So I just want to show you that you can get silver in different denominations. Once again, there we go. So we have right on top as a review, we're going to go into the dimes next. This is what we have right now. This is all 90% silver, except for the 65 and 70 Kennedy halves are made up of 40% silver. And these are our prices right here. Now, as we go to the top, we have some brilliant uncirculated. That's what BU means, remember. It's a dime, and this is what our dimes used to look like. These are $10 each. Now, you may be thinking, that's a lot of money for a dime. Well, actually, this is a very low price for these type of dimes. I have seen brilliant uncirculated mercury dimes selling for $15, $20, and $28 a piece on various websites and on the auction sites as well. And these are a very desirable coin. It's very popular, these mercury dimes. And like I said, we have them for $10 and they're $2.20 or is the spot, meaning if you melt this coin down, there's $2.20 worth of silver. So here you go. This is just a beautiful coin right here. I was looking on eBay the other day and I saw someone selling these exact dimes for $28 or $26, right around in there. And it all depends whether they have full split bands or not. But even the ones that don't were double of what we're selling these for in our store. We only have these last 4 left. We had 26 we got in, and they all sold. Most of them all sold within a day or two, and we only have 4 left. But I just want to show you the conditions matter in coinage. So these are brilliant uncirculated. And we also have circulated varieties of these coins too, which is right below that. Here goes the circulated version. Now remember, when a coin wears down, the reason why it's cheap is because what's wearing off the coin? It's the silver in the coin. Some of the silver is being worn down on the coin. So the prices drops on worn examples, also known as circulated coins. So this is our mercury dimes. These are the circulated ones. These are the uncirculated ones. Now, the thing is about these circulated ones, we sell these for $2.35 a piece, but there's $2.20 worth of silver in each dime. So you're only paying 15 cents premium or 15 cents over spot for these mercury dimes. Once again, why would you want a smaller dime for smaller amounts of silver? Because when you buy things or barter things in the future, everything's going to cost a different price. There's going to be low price items, high price items, and prices in between. So it's good to get your silver in different denominations, also known as fractionals, to get it in smaller divisions. So if you have to make a trade or buy, you can cash in maybe just a couple dimes rather than a 50-cent piece to obtain your object that, or your product that you want to buy. So there goes. Like I said, this is the uncirculated ones right here. These are uncirculated. You can see how beautiful and all the details are there. And then these are the circulated variety right here. hence the price difference. Now we have Roosevelt dimes. Once again, we have brilliant uncirculated Roosevelt dimes for $3 each here in the store. The melt value is $2.20 if you melt a dime. Same as the Mercury dimes. They both have the same amount of silver content. $2.20 worth of silver. And these are the brilliant uncirculated Mercury dimes that we have. You can see how pretty they are. And then below that, we have the circulated varieties. So we have uncirculated and circulated. This is the circulated variety. And let me fix that for you. It's $3 for the brilliant uncirculated Roosevelt dimes. And then the circulated ones are $2.25. $2.20 worth of silver, so you're looking at 5 cents premium or 5 cents over spot. These are the circulated ones. They're the cheaper variety. Nevertheless, they are 90% silver, and they have approximately $2.20 worth of silver, give or take a few pennies since it's worn down. And there goes the uncirculated ones. Our last coin to show you today, it has the lowest amount of silver in it, are war nickels. War nickels are nickels that were used during the war that was made from 1942 through 1945, and they were made up of 35% silver. Here they are right here. Now they look like any other nickel, but a lot of people don't know underneath the surface, these nickels are made up of 35% silver. We are selling these now at $1.50. That is under spot price. The spot price for these, I believe, is $1.71. So if you melt that nickel down, you get $1.71 worth of silver, but we're selling them for $1.50. So that's called under spot. So this is a great deal if you just want to buy at a lower price range and you don't have as much money. You can buy war nickels that will have about $1.71 worth of silver in each nickel, but it will only cost you $1.50 for each war nickel. Like I said, these were made from 1942 through 1945. The 42D from Denver does not have silver in it. That's the only exception in this state. But however, even though it doesn't have silver because it's collectible date and mint mark, it actually costs more than one of the silver nickels. So that's interesting. But anyway, we have war nickels here. So we have 35% silver war nickels. So as a review right here, I want to show you one more thing. We also have the complete set of war nickels I wanted to show you. Here is United States wartime silver nickels. There's 11 of them in here. These all have 35% silver. And we have this whole set for $20 in a case. And I think if you add up all the silver of all these nickels, it's like $18 and I think 80 some cents at the current price. So we have it for $20, and we only have one of these sets in, and they're all like 35% silver, all the nickels in the state. So we do have this. Just wanted to show you this nice little wartime silver nickel set right here. So there you have it. And so if you want to collect silver, start somewhere. You don't need to shell out thousands or hundreds of dollars to start a silver collection. You could start off by buying quarters for $5.75. You can start off by buying dimes for $2.25, $3, $2.35, $10. This is all within the budget of most people. And you can buy half dollars for $12.50, $12 for other half dollars. We have $4 for 40% half dollars. So we have, you're looking at anywhere from $12.50 down to $1.50. You can start yourself a nice silver collection and just buy a couple coins a week or a couple coins every other week. I started off by buying 1 ounce of silver a month, and that's all I could afford. I was raising a family of 5 with one income, and I was able to pull it off. And now 15 years later, I got hundreds of ounces of silver saved up right now. And it could be the same for you too. You just start somewhere. You can see these silver dimes that we have in all different price ranges in our store right here. And there's no reason why you can't start and get yourself a nice collection of silver. These Kennedy has right here, it takes about 3 of them. They'll give you a little over an ounce of silver. So if you buy 1 a week, in 3 weeks, you'll have over an ounce of silver. So keep that in mind. And I do want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video right here. I wanted to show you basic coins that you can get that has silver content that you can add to your wealth, that you can keep up with inflation. And we have these here at the store. You can call this number. Bobby is the owner. You can call her at this number and say, hey, I'd like to order some half dollars or quarters or dimes or whatever. Tell us whether, you can ask her whether you have the circulated ones or the uncirculated ones, whichever one that you want. And we can mail them out to you. We do a lot of mail orders, or you can just come into the store here. But we just thank you all for viewing, and I hope every young person that's watching this and newbies that you get an idea the type of silver that you can buy. You can start off with just a couple of dollars and work your way up to $4 and then $10 or $12. But this is just a beautiful thing for young kids to start collecting. And we just want to thank you all for tuning in today. Give us a thumbs up, recommend, comment. We would love to hear from you, and may God bless. Bye-bye.